The train horn was just going off. I think it's done now. Right when I set up the live stream, there's this banging noise outside. That was syncing up with me setting up the live stream. The train horn. I don't remember where it started going off at, but it's been going off since I came to my apartment built. And then there's this fly that keeps meeting me at the doorway of the top of the stairs of my apartment building. It doesn't happen every time that I walk outside, but it just keeps happening a lot of times though. That this fly keeps meeting me right at the exact same place as I'm coming down the stairs. It'll just fly right in front of my face. Like, this has been happening for like a couple weeks or whatever. Like, don't flies only have like a 24-hour lifespan or something? This fly keeps doing it over and over. It just keeps happening a bunch of times. Like, he'll just meet me right in the same place. And then I just recorded on Instagram, and there was this truck beeping, like right when I got to the street, and then it stopped beeping right when I got across the street. And I was like, it's gonna stop beeping when I get across the street, right? And then it did. And then it beeped one, like I turned the video off right there, and then it beeped one more time when I walked by the bank corner. It just beeped one more time. It was like, beep. And then when I was recording yesterday, the video got all fuzzy, like, and then it was less fuzzy after the connection came back, but like, it got fuzzy like way before the connection cut out. And like it'll always start lagging on the videos like before the connection actually cut out, like on my end. Like, the connection cut out at the street when I got there, but like on the video though, it cut out like a little bit before that. And it started lagging like way before that. But on my end, it just looks like it's recording normally. But then the connection will cut out all of a sudden right at an intersection. It did that yesterday. But then also on that video, I was crossing a street and I saw this cat, and I couldn't zoom in on anything because I was carrying stuff in my other hand. But I saw this cat step off the street right as I walked up to it, and then he got across the street right as I got to the center of the street. And then there was this dog the other direction who started barking right when I got to the street, and then stopped barking right when I got across the street, and like barked like in between there, and then just barked one more time right when I got across the street, and then stopped barking. So it's just a cat on one side of me and a dog on the other side of me barking. Just was. I couldn't zoom in on the cat, but there was though. And you can hear the dog though. You can hear it stop barking and start barking right at the street. You can also hear the ambulance horn that was honking synced. Oh, but then also on that video there was a squirrel that ran out. It ran out on the street, like ran over the curb onto the street right as a white car was turning right behind it. Like from my perspective, there's a white car turning behind it, like diagonally behind the squirrel. And he just ran over the curb right as the white car turned behind him. But like I thought I caught it, but the video was all fuzzy though, so you can't even see it. But that also happened. Always like a lot of the time when I see squirrels, a lot of the time I don't really know, but a lot of the time though, I do know that they're gang stalker squirrels, and they're gang stalking. They're doing synced up things like a gang stalker, and syncing up with the gang stalkers, and syncing up with other squirrels or whatever. Like birds syncing up with other birds, and cats syncing up with dogs on either side of the street of me. And then I saw like a mom or a mom cat and a kitten walking through the parking lot one night, and they were like walking around synced up. It was like an adult cat and a kitten following behind it, and they were walking around the parking lot synced up. I didn't record it, but that happened out of my apartment window one night at like, I don't know, it was late at night. It was probably like 2 a.m. or something. And it was just a mom cat and a kitten walking around synced. I'm not lying. And I know that that's exactly what it was. I know without a doubt that it was a gang stalker cat and a gang stalker kitten. I don't know how there's gang stalker cats, but there are though. I don't know like if they're microchipped or how it works, but there is. People will send their dogs running at me synced, and then the dogs will be barking synced. And the dogs will be taking a piss next to me synced. My neighbor's over here making sounds synced. Tapping sounds. Did that like right when I woke up this morning at like 6 a.m. Making tapping sounds through the wall. Like it's just dead ass quiet in here, and then I just randomly hear this. I just wake up and I hear like truck noises outside, like they're unloading a truck or whatever. Just like a couple sounds, and then it's quiet. And then I hear a truck engine like right when I right when I got up. And then it's quiet again. And then I come into this other room and I just hear and then yesterday, like I look out my window, or I hear I don't remember what I heard. I think a car honking or something. I don't remember what happened, but like I just look out my window and I just see this car like open and close its door. It's like sitting in the parking lot, turned off. They just like open and close their door. This is weird, bro. And then when I was recording on Instagram today, like I was walking by this truck and they started to open their door right next to me, and I turned my camera, and like I didn't turn my camera fast enough. A lot of times things will happen and I won't be able to turn my camera fast enough. Like there's a lot of things that I miss because they drive by really fast or they'll do something next to me, but like I have my camera pointed forward or whatever, and I'll miss it. Like I'll turn my camera to catch it, but it'll be too late though. But like when I was recording on Instagram this morning, they just like they opened their truck door next to me after they parked right when I came outside. But then I turned my camera over and they closed their door really fast, and like I didn't catch them opening their door, and they're just sitting there with their door closed, and they're just sitting there, and then I turn back around, and then she just jumps out of the truck and runs up the sidewalk really fast. Like she just didn't want to be on camera. She just jumps out really fast and runs up the sidewalk and is like trying to avoid the camera. Here goes this yellow Volkswagen Bug. I haven't seen him in forever. What's up, bro? You gonna stalk? Maybe he was stalking coming out, but he didn't stalk around the other corner. He'll be back to stalk. Or maybe he quit stalking, I don't know. Hopefully. Maybe it's a different yellow Volkswagen Bug. I don't know. And then I posted a video. I posted a short this morning of the GTA gang stalkers. Like there's just a car alarm going off, and then it stops right when he gets across the street. And then there's a guy crossing the street when he gets across the street. And but like, I've just been watching GTA videos, like walkthrough videos. There's people just walking around, driving around GTA, and the NPCs are doing synced up things like all over the place. There's white cars meeting them at intersections. There's taxis meeting them at intersections. There's like the taco trucks and like the white box trucks meeting them at intersections. There's lots of white cars, and maybe I think they might do like sync color patterns too. I think maybe I don't know, but like they'll be answering phones right next to you. They'll be like walking up to intersections right as you do. A lot of them are wearing red shirts or like leopard print. They're like walking away right as you walk by them. They're like doing gang stalkered up things. And then there's just synced sirens. Like I was watching this one video, and it like every time you'd walk up to an intersection, there'd be like a truck honking or a siren going off. And like every time there's a siren going off, it's like at an intersection or some type of corner where there would be a siren going off if he was being gang stalked. So I think they put gang stalkers in GTA 5, and I think in GTA 4 too, and maybe all of them. I don't know. So it's just kind of crazy. Um, I want a gaming system so I can play GTA and and see for myself how many gang stalkered up things happen when I run around on GTA. So if you want to see me play GTA, hit my Cash App. I got 300 subscribers. Okay, so let's do the math. If everyone sends me $5, then I can play GTA. So come on, guys. I'm just playing, but really though. But yeah, there's just a lot of gang stalkered up things happening all the time though. The one guy in my apartment, he's got this like camera thing on his apartment door, like a security camera, but it makes this noise when it turns on. It's like this beeping noise, and he'll just like turn it on synced, just like I can hear it inside of my apartment. So like if I just like stand up out of my chair inside of my apartment, I'll hear that out in the hallway, like boop, or whatever noise it makes. I forget right now, but I'll just hear it beeping out there, or like right as I come out in the hall, or right as I walk by his apartment, or whatever. I'll just turn it on synced. Um, I think my channel, from what I've seen, other than like a few other channels, like nobody really records it like the way that I do. Like a lot of people, they're just like, oh, look at all these white cars. Like I record all the synchronizers, you know. Like that's how I know that I'm being gang stalked. Is I record the synchronizers and them all synchronizing with each other around me. Like I don't just go to a parking lot and just record 5 seconds of white car sitting in a parking lot and like this is a gang stalker. Look, you know what I mean? So this is pro tip to all the TIs is record the synchronizers and use the zoom on your camera. Which I and camera control and just like not having shaky hands. Like if you want to catch everything like I try to do. Cause I just try to catch everything that they do. They're doing things all around me. And it's hard to catch, it's impossible to catch everything. But I try to catch as much as I can to show how they're all around me and and it's just like constant. And there's a million of them. But like, I try to catch like all the far away things they do and stuff, and like I've said this a bunch of times. Like when I'm recording, like it'll look like I can see it on my end. I can see the white car when I'm recording it. That's like in the distance, and it's driving by like ahead of me in the distance, and I zoom in on it. I can see it on my camera, but then when I look back at the video, I can't. Like, you can see it, but you have to like slow the video down to see it. Like, there's this one video where I recorded an ambulance driving by, and I could see it when I recorded it, but then I look back at the video and you can't see it. But then if I slow the video down, you can see it for like 2 seconds or whatever. And it's like blurry, but you can still tell it's an ambulance. They're just crazy with it. They just drive by really far away and really fast, and just like, I can't catch everything. My refrigerator is turned off right as a garbage truck pulled up. Or not a garbage truck. A gang stalker truck, though. Oh, and then there was a car alarm going off this morning. What does it look like? What does what look like? There was a car alarm going off this morning that was just going off for like a really long time. Like I was just standing in the kitchen and just looking out my window, and the car alarm was going off. And it started at a synced moment. I don't remember when, but it was just going off and going off for like, I don't know how long I was standing there, like a few minutes. And then I just walk over to here to this other window, and right when I walk up to the window, the car alarm turned off. And I was just like moving around trying to get it to turn off before that. And I just walk over here to this window, and then it turns off. The thing I saw, I see a lot of things. What? You mean the truck that I saw? It was like a construction truck. I thought it was a garbage truck at first, but it was just a big white construction truck. Gang stalking. You hear that engine sound? The train horn was going off like crazy this morning, like earlier this morning, and then right before I started this video, it was going off again. And they're doing black and white and silver right now with this engine sound syncing up with all three of the cars. But I'm sure there's other things I was going to talk about, but I don't remember. Still just crazy. Yep, it is crazy. You're right. Get medicated. Okay, send something to my Cash App. Medication costs money. My water heater just turned on. Yeah. I create the sink. Yep. My movements create the sink. You're right. You could get free health care. You don't work. Actually, I just got a job. I thought you were my fanboy. You didn't see my last video? My water heater is a gang stalker. That's what I'm saying. It was gang stalking me. Damn, you're not really my fan, are you? I thought you knew me, Vladimir. I still qualify? Well, still send some to my Cash App anyway. What's this white SUV doing? What are these people making noises over here in my apartment doing? What are they all doing with each other? Get a job, then you won't have time for gang stalking. I just got a job. Guys, I just got a job. I didn't start yet. So send some to my Cash App. But I just got a job though. What's this white SUV doing? I think he was syncing with people in my apartment too. I just hear these people making noises in the hallway or somewhere. And usually when I hear that, it's a gang stalker. I just never hear people making noises in my apartment regular. Like ever. It's always gang stalker noises. When I hear thumping or banging noises or coughing or people talking or people laughing through the walls, it's a gang stalker. And then other times it's quiet. I just hear sounds through the walls as synced up moments. That's it. I just hear doors opening and closing as synced up moments. That's it. That's all that I hear. Through the walls. I don't hear anything else through the walls. Like, barely ever. Anyway, that's the synced up things again. There's gonna be more synced up things again. And then I'll come on, talk about other synced up things that happened. Or I'll show you the synced up things happening, and there'll be people in my comments, like Poppy Lover here, just saying, oh, it's not synced up things happening, even though it's right there in front of your face happening. Dude, it's called apartment living. You think everyone sneaks around quietly listening for anything? No, they're not quietly listening, they're being told what to do. There's a robot quietly listening, and a person in a computer desk pushing buttons. This guy is talking and laughing sync through the walls right now. It isn't, it's just random. You see correlation and assume causation. It's not sync. I can't wait to be president. Vladimir Putin's going down when I'm president. Thanks, Vladimir. My brother thinks there are sky people listening and talking to sky people. I see sky people in planes and drones. Well, those aren't people up there in the drones, but I see people in planes though. I mean, if you can call them people. Are they people? I don't know what they are. Are they reptilians? I'm not going to be prez. Yeah, we'll see, bro. How many people are around your stalkers do you think? I don't know. A lot. Like most of the people, seemingly. Or like 75% of the people, at least. Probably about that many. At least. TBI, what's that? The Born Identity? I thought you meant the Born Identity. Vladimir, why are you trying to... Why are you sending the space nukes? What's wrong with you, Vladimir? You're gonna get on here and talk shit in my comments, but you're sending out space nukes? I just saw like 3 whiteys sneaking up on the street, and then this white van door over here open at the same time. There's just a lot of perfectly synced whiteys all at once. And the whitey dance off. Bruh. You think it's an orchestrated world? But yeah. Thousands upon thousands of dollars spent to harass one random guy. I guess. Which is more likely, you as one person being mentally ill or thousands of people stalking? Which is more likely when you look at the videos? It's just consistently happening every day at all the same places on the street. Not that I have to repeat myself again, but are you blind, Vladimir? It's you? Yeah, it's me being stalked. You're right. It's me being stalked by everyone around me. You are correct. Yeah, it's a city street. Move to the woods and see if they follow. They probably will. They'll probably fly planes over me. And there'll be synced bugs and animals around me still, probably. There's probably no escape. If I go to the island somewhere, there's gonna be a synced tiger. Be a synced toucan flying at me. If you were in a cabin, you'd just be alone. Yep. That'd be cool. Just do that. Okay, send something to my Cash App so I can get a cabin. There's a black and silver truck syncing up perfectly with each other, like professional sync heads. And then there's other sync heads with the white sync heads and the other sync heads. There's a white sync head pulling in the parking lot, parking. Right when he parks, a red car drives out. And then it looks synced with this other car that's driving out. And then it's gonna park. And it's gonna be a sync head. Well, have a good day, Poppy. Talk to a doc, ill cat. See ya, eye doctor, Vladimir. There are sync things. There's a white construction truck again, and another one right behind it, and a white car and a white truck. All at the same time that the person that pulled up in the white car gets out of their car, their white car. They're syncing up with all those other white cars, all driving out all at the same time from different corners. All at the same time that the door opens on the parked white car. All at the same exact time. What's this white SUV doing? I just keep seeing white SUVs every time I walk up, like walk across the room or walk up to a window. It just keeps happening the whole time I've been recording. I keep seeing a white SUV at that moment. Different white SUVs. It's not the same one coming back, it's different ones. And then there's another car pulling into the parking lot right as I walk up. It's a black car. He's gonna park right as the silver car drives out or something. He parked right as a white truck drove out. I think he might have also been sneaking with a silver car. Couldn't tell. I think he was. He was synced. That's all I know. He was synced with the white truck and driving into the parking lot right when I walk up to the window. It's just so ridiculous. Ugh. Like there's these people having this directed conversation last night. Like I walk out of my apartment and this guy walks to his car, walks back, and then right when he gets back, someone else is coming out. Or he walked out of the door of a building right as I came out of my apartment building, and then he walks to his car, walks back, and then right when he gets back, someone else is coming out, and then they're having this conversation where they're like, she's like, yeah, I always hated when I had to go out of my apartment and be 10 feet from the door to smoke, and then all these people are coming up and bothering me, and like, I'm just like going out there to get some peace, you know, and these people are coming up and getting in my space and bothering me. And she's just saying this, like that's the first thing that she's saying basically, like that's like the start of their conversation. But then the rest of the conversation didn't really seem like directed conversation, but that did though. But maybe they were, I don't know. But then they go back in the door synced. It's so weird. It's like, are they reading a script? Are they just winging it? Like, is someone telling them what to say, like feeding them lines? Or do they like rehearse it before I come out? Or like what? How does this work? And just have these directed conversations. And then like at all my jobs, my coworkers will be having directed conversations like all the time. Shit's weird. Like sometimes it won't even be like directed like at you, like a thing that they're saying subliminally, but it'll just be a word that they're repeating or whatever. Or like I forget what it was. One night at work, like they just picked a word and then they kept saying the word synced. I forget what word it was. But it didn't seem like it was like a regular directed conversation type thing where they like say cat synced and I'm ill cat, you know? Stuff like that. It didn't seem like a thing like that. It just seemed like it was like a random word that they picked, but they just kept saying it synced. I don't know. They just do a bunch of weird shit. Like I just go on and on about all the weird shit they do, and then forget things, and then talk about it on the next video. Maybe if I remember again. I need to start writing shit down in a notebook or something. Cause there's just a lot of things. It just goes deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole, and they have cars parked on the side of the street, syncing up with cars driving by that I don't see until I watch the video back. I'll just be focusing on the cars driving by and what their license plate number is or whatever. But it'll be a blue truck driving by a red car and a blue car on the other side of the street as I walk by them. And it'll be right at a place where they always gang stalk too. And then the car parked on the side of the street will have a 322 license plate or whatever. And then someone will get into it when I walk up to the intersection or something. Like it just goes deeper and deeper. It's like, damn, not only were they syncing up with a bunch of red cars with their blue car, they're also syncing up with another blue car as they park, and then they're getting out with a red shirt. And then I walk by their car and it has a 33 on it, and then they're honking it right as I walk by it. It's like, damn, it just gets deeper and deeper. And then there's a bird flying over me right as I walk by it. Birds will just always come out and just fly right in front of my face or right over my head or like really low right over my head or high above my head even. But they'll just come up and fly like right in front of my face though. At synced up moments. All the time. Or just fly up and like land right next to me. This bunch of shit. And like whole flocks of birds will be syncing up. Or it'll just be one bird. And then sometimes I hear birds chirping synced, like, especially if I'm in my apartment, I'll hear them chirping out my window synced. And like last summer, there was this robin that kept, it was just outside every time I come outside. Like in the same spot on the ground. And it would just stand there and it would chirp synced. And it would like fly around synced or whatever. But it would just always be out there, just standing in the same place. And then it just went away after a while, but here go the red and the blue cars right now. But yeah. I know a lot of these things I've already talked about, but why not talk about it again? It's crazy. Like just the full scope of it is crazy. There's just birds, people walking around, cars, planes, and drones, and insects, and cats and dogs, and the sound effects, and the dog is barking, and the children screaming, and the UPS syncing with a white car right now that's syncing with another white car right now as I speak. And then he's syncing with the other white car as he gets to the street with the UPS truck. It's just crazy and it's just really weird, and it's just there's a million things I could talk about, and I don't know what's really actually happening, and that's crazy. and like nobody can acknowledge that this is actually happening except all the other TIs. They just act like it's not happening because they're stalkers. It's their job and their purpose in life to be a lying, manipulative stalker head. And that's just really crazy. It's all just really crazy. So, I just feel the need to talk about it a lot. I don't really got anybody to talk to except y'all other TIs on here. And like, there's no other real TIs, or like, not no other, but like, when I go on Facebook and Twitter and stuff, it seems like a lot of the TIs on there, like compared to YouTube, a lot of them are fake. And just like, and like on Facebook, like all these TI pages, there's like all these posts where they're like, click this link and you can get off the TI list. Just shit like that. But like all the real ones are on YouTube, it seems. So I just get on here, say what up to the real ones. If it resonates with you, because you see the same things every day that I do, then cool. Then the other weird thing is like, I don't know, I've already said it, I'm just repeating myself again, so I don't know what else to say right now. So I'm gonna turn the camera off, and then probably a siren's gonna start up, or my neighbor's gonna cough, or someone's gonna walk out in the hall, or maybe nothing will happen for a minute, but then something's gonna happen eventually. And then I'll get on and I'll talk about that. And it'll be infinite. Sometimes I'm like, maybe I'm recording too much. But then I'm like, maybe I'm not recording enough. Because it just keeps going though. Like, I could just keep recording. I could just record nonstop. And then there's always things I forget about. Like that I see when I'm not recording, and then I just forget about it until maybe like a long time after or whatever. And like they just keep doing it the whole time I'm talking. They just did red cars and black cars right now. And they just keep doing it. They just keep doing it really weirdly and creepily. And there's a guy walking out with a red shirt, and he's probably gonna do a thing. But I'm tired of recording right now, so talk to y'all later.